I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday morning or Monday night if you're hanging out with us right now. Shout out the Philadelphia Eagles for completing a 7-0 NFL week. How about it? Can't argue with that. So yeah, great weekend. Hopefully that continues. You might be wondering, hey, oh, you got the coffee mugs, Toast?
Of course, I got everything. I got the shirts today. I got the whole 9 yards.
I sent Toast a bunch of merch out there to Alabama, to Alaska. But you might be wondering, hey, why isn't TV Jones on the screen? Well, that's a funny story. So TV Jones was at the game in Lambeau at the game tonight, but he didn't make it in because of partying a bit too hard. So he didn't make it into the stadium and almost got arrested, he said. But he's good. Everything's good. He just couldn't make it last minute. He then texted me after the game to say, I don't care about the Packers. Screw McManus. It's college basketball season. I'll be there tonight. And then texted me again saying, I can't make it tonight. A vintage TV Jones performance. Those text messages, I need to have them framed. That's screenshot.
Screw McManus. You can't hit a 65-yarder in the wind in Lambeau. Are you kidding me?
It would have been the most heroic field goal in the history of the National Football League if he hit that. And then he declared, it's college basketball season now. I'll be there tonight. I actually can't make it tonight. Oh man, now he's in there. He wants the link now. Okay.
He can't handle it. He can't handle it. He knew we were going to be talking. Oh man.
Is he about to be blasted?
I don't know if it's. Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
I can see in the comments, no, TV Jones is not in Alaska. I'm in Alaska.
Toast is in Alaska. TV Jones is in Wisconsin, and he was at Lambeau Field parking lot tonight. not the game. He was in the lot. All right, let's switch it over to 4 people, see what TV Jones has to say.
Oh, somebody knows Alaska in the comments. I see a shout out 907.
Did you play the Sergeant Slaughter card to get out of trouble?
Ooh.
Could that get you out of being arrested like my dad's Sergeant Slaughter?
It should.
It could on some cops, I'm sure.
It was cops like
it worked with me.
A big.
I was a cop.
I can't arrest Sergeant Slaughter's son. All right, let's. So yeah, you have a good NFL week. TV Jones, I sent him the link. We'll see if he joins us. Spoon added this game last minute. We got Mount St. Mary's, St. Francis. So Spoon, what are your thoughts here?
We have St. Francis with a first-year coach here in D1. Luke McConnell, really young guy. Played football for St. Francis, came on to the athletic program for a few years, was an assistant coach, and now he's the head coach. Really low expectations for this team this season. I like Mount St. Mary's. I like Donnie Lind, but they have a lot of turnover. You haven't seen a lot of success from them so far this season. Just dropped a winnable game to Bucknell, but I think here they have a real get-right game versus St. Francis, which is going to be one of the bottom 10 teams in NCAA basketball for sure this season. And I think Mount St. Mary's lays 10 points in this game. I think 4.5 is too short. I'm kind of waiting for a few more books to open up before I actually place my bet in this because I only see one line at the moment. But this line's too short. St. Francis, anytime we see them under 10 points, I'm going to be betting against them.
Okay, so St. Francis is that bad. Toast, this is a late ad. Did you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I've all I can tell you is that his last sentence, anything under 10 is probably a good thing. I will say the only thing that I didn't bet this game, but the only thing that holds me off is that St. Francis did play Oklahoma and TCU. Now they're going to be playing like a team in like the 280s. But like Spoon said, I think this is a complete mismatch. And Mount St. Mary's went on the road and played West Virginia, and they played Bucknell. So it's not like they're playing absolute duds either. So Bucknell's not fantastic, but still, I think this should be at least 2 possessions. The Mount's pretty good. Jesus. Okay. No one heard that, but Trevor just burped in my ear. So
joined the stream and belched into the mic. in all of our ears. So, Trevor, do you want to address the allegations that you didn't make it into the stadium?
There are unforeseen circumstances that preceded me from getting into the stadium, so it never happened. But I watched the entire second half after I got home finally and watched it. Pitiful. It's all I got to say is just pitiful. That was disgusting. That was pathetic. That was embarrassing. I wouldn't want to be recognized as a Packers fan right now at all because that offense was disgusting. We held the Eagles to 10 points with the refs in their pockets, and we couldn't win the game. Disrespectful. Just horrible all-around team effort other than the defense. Some special teams and offense, horrible. Defense, props, hats off to you. You guys were phenomenal. Offense, S&D.
Well, the good news is I think next week's a really good matchup for Green Bay. The Giants can't stop anybody on the ground, and that's what the Packers need. They need to get 5 or 6 yards on first down with Jacobs.
I don't care. You have to win these damn games, all right?
Whoa.
For the love of God, that's all you have to do is win a damn game. We can't even do that. And then now when it gets to postseason, you know what's going to – okay, now I'm on a rant. Now what happens when we get to postseason? Same shit, different year. We're going to lose 9-17 on a blocked punt or dumbass fucking blocked field goal return for a kick. It happens every year. Every damn year. All right, I'm sick of being a Wisconsin sports fan. This shit is painful. Every year. Brewers, Packers, same shit. I can just set a clock to it. I know what's going to happen.
There's a lot of pain and shame in that voice. I could hear it. I could feel it.
Yes, tons. And you know the worst thing? I don't even care for the Bucks. I don't care for the NBA. And they won a championship. Like I give a shit. I want one of my teams to win something, not the freaking NBA team. Who cares? I want the Brewers or the Packers to win some shit. Damn it.
Well, it's just one loss. No reason to let it ruin your whole week.
My whole week is ruined. It's
Hey,
ruined.
you might get a nice trade package for Freddie Peralta. Those guys might be good in a few years. Who knows?
I can't talk baseball trades right now, man. Damn it.
He can't do it.
I'll take a couple of first rounders.
Can't do it.
Davidson, Charlotte. I'm opening it up because I don't see who clicked this one.
I clicked this one.
Trevor, are you hanging around for the college basketball, or did you just want to come say what's up?
Yeah, it's probably best I skedaddle off. It's been a long day.
It's been a long. All right, Trevor.
All right.
Talk to you later.
I love you, Trevor.
Later, guys.
So glad he graced us with that. Anyway, Davidson, Charlotte. Which one do you guys clicked this game?
I clicked this one right here.
Okay.
So I think this is a really cheap price to be able to get Davidson. I get there on the road. It's a regional matchup. Charlotte has looked decent in their first few games, but Indiana State just could not hit a bucket in that first game. I don't feel like Charlotte played that well. Indiana State just played terrible. There was no defense in it. And then they went and played Tennessee Tech, a bottom 300 team in the country, not anybody that I'm that impressed with. And they only won by 5 points at home. They get one more home game versus the toughest opponent of the season for them this year, and that's going to be Davidson. I like some of the talent they bring in. They get Josh Govins, the best player from Army, return a few players. I think they have good size. I think they're going to be probably a middle-of-the-pack team in the A-10 this year, and that's going to be more than enough to be able to beat Charlotte here on the road. I took Davidson money line plus 112.
Davidson money line plus 112. I have Davidson graphics right here. I'll find it. Toast, this wasn't one of your games. Did you have any thoughts?
The only thing is I hate this. I agree with Spoon. It would only be Davidson for me. I also hate the spot for Charlotte, who they have to play Davidson, and then they have to go on the road and play Virginia Tech. It's just not a spot I want to get involved with personally. Charlotte.
Charlotte's basketball any good? Their football team is definitely disappointing this year.
No, Charlotte is terrible.
Okay.
They were good. Actually, I take that back. They were good in 2024-ish. That was about it.
Yeah, they brought in a new coach this year, and year one was not a success. Drexel, Colgate. This was another Spoon edition. Spoon, this is the second time you picked a Drexel game. Are you a Drexel guy?
I'm not. I just kind of look for value where we can get it. Obviously, the Philly 5 game there in the first one, we got just a ton of points with a Drexel team that I didn't think deserved it. They played really well in that game. 76-65 cover by St. Joe's. Got it on the last basket, so didn't cover for us there. But I'm going right back with them. Never been a fan of Drexel, but Spiker's been there for a long time. He returns a lot of the players back to this team. I think this is a team that is going to be decent, and we're playing Colgate, Patriot League team here. Patriot League is bottom of the pack. Like, this is your Bucknells, your BUs, Americans, just not very good teams. I think just completely different conferences here. I think Drexel has better talent on their roster. Obviously, they're on the road, but Colgate's a team on paper that looks pretty good. It looks like they have a lot of their players back from last year, but they lost a lot of their starters. They do have 4 starters on their roster that are playing, that were on their team last year, but they weren't starting last year. And I think they just lost too much. I think Colgate's going to have a down year this year, and I think Drexel wins this game. I don't think we should be catching 4.5 points. I took the 4.5 points here, but I think much better talent on this Drexel team.
Toast, agree, disagree? Any thoughts?
I agree. It would be over or pass for me. I just don't really like Colgate defensively, really. They have essentially Jalen Cox, and that's pretty much it. So I agree with Spoon.
So over or pass, and that total is at, I guess I don't have a total graphic for that one. All right, let's move on to the next game, which is Kentucky-Louisville as cool of a basketball rivalry as it is a football rivalry? This is a big-time football rivalry.
It used to be.
Yes. Go ahead, Spoon. Correct.
So Kentucky-Louisville for a long time was a huge rivalry. Right now you have like 2 coaches that are both in their second year coaching the program. So it doesn't feel like it's as lit, but when you look at the crowds later on in the season, last year, they played this game like a month or 2 into the season. The gym looked absolutely packed. I imagine it's going to be for this game as well. Kentucky fans are going to be able to travel to Louisville. Louisville's going to have as many fans in there as they can. I think this is a Kentucky spot. I know Toast has this game checked to talk about as well.
Oh, I love the Avengers. You ain't got to talk me into them.
So I'm not a huge Pat Kelsey guy. They played last year. Louisville and Kentucky. Huh?
I said, are we best friends right now? Because I hate Pat Kelsey too.
All right, this might be one of the first times we've gotten here, because I think he's just an overrated coach here right now. This roster does have quite a bit of talent on it, but I don't think it has the talent to match up with Kentucky at this point. I don't think Kentucky should be catching any points here on the road. It's 4 points. There's going to be a lot of their fans in the building as well. It's not going to be a complete road game. This is going to be really tough. Come down to the last basket kind of game. I could see Louisville winning this, but there's no way in my mind that I see Louisville winning this by 10. If they don't win it by 10, free throws come into this game, and I think Kentucky finds a way to cover no matter what.
I know you agree.
Absolutely. Kentucky plus 4.5. I've been waiting because this line continues to go up a little bit. I'm waiting to see. It didn't work out for me today. I had the over in Mississippi State. Obviously, Mississippi State looked terrible, but as long as I wanted that full 6, I ended up getting it. So I'm just going to wait a little bit on Kentucky, but I completely agree. Spoon and I aren't really eye to eye on a lot of things, and we are lockstep barrel right here. First of all, the only thing that Louisville can do, in my personal opinion, is they can speed the tempo up and get you with the 3 balls, but I don't really think that's going to matter against this Kentucky team that can more than happily play that way, not to mention the fact they're 8 or 9 guys deep. I'm not going to go through the roster. They're one of the most experienced teams in the country. They're one of the biggest teams in the country. So every advantage that Louisville usually has against teams, especially in their conference, in the ACC, they don't really have that against Kentucky. Yes, I mean, obviously Duke is a decent team that they'll get to play, but besides that, they don't really have to see competition like this. And as far as Kentucky goes, they're the number 1 team in the country for a reason. So, yeah, I get this game. This is the first game on the road, but I think that Kentucky is head and shoulders better than this team. And I 100% agree with Scoop. You don't think all those rich people from Lexington can't fill up the Yum Center? Like, I'm just really not worried about it. I think Louisville is going to take a little bit more time to get deadly. I love Kentucky tomorrow personally. I'm just waiting to see what number I get with it.
Does it concern you that TV Jones is in the comments saying it's -4.5 for a reason?
Well, it was. I mean, yeah. I mean,
It wouldn't concern me.
I mean, it was 2.5, 4 hours ago. So just let everybody. I mean, Louisville's been loved since going back to last year. I mean, Pat Kelsey got his love in Charleston, and then he had a really good year, obviously, in Louisville last year. Another first-round exit, but again, he's so good. All he does is get to the tournament and lose in the first round. So it's just saying.
Murray State, SMU, and it looks like Toast, click this one.
I got Murray State plus 11.5. It's 12.5 or 12.5. It's 11.5 now. First and foremost, I think this is one of those situations where SMU is getting a little bit of love for kind of no reason. The thing is that they're one of the most experienced teams in the country, and that's one thing that's obviously really positive. But this Boopy Miller, not a guy that I'm like super in love with, and I just feel like this Murray State team has the ability to match up with them pretty well. I mean, they're the same type of size. They shoot free throws the same type of way, and they have multiple guys like Damian and Jackson that can match up with guys like Boopy Miller and Corey Washington. So I just don't think there's any huge advantage here for SMU. SMU likes to play fast. Murray State's not one of the fastest teams in the country, but they certainly don't mind playing with pace. And I love the fact that Murray State doesn't turn the basketball over, and they're one of the top free throw shooting teams in the country so far this year. So I just felt like this number should have been around 8.5 or 9. So to get 11.5, 12, it was a play for me.
Any thoughts on this one, Spoon?
Yeah, I really like Murray State here. I watched their first game. Ryan Miller in his first year coaching. He's a assistant coach that's bounced around some of the powerhouse programs across the country. I think Murray State's got themselves a good coach and a decent roster this year. I think this is too big of a number. I'm kind of interested in hopping into. I like that 12 he got.
All right, we both like Murray State.
This doesn't happen very often, guys. Save this episode.
You guys are on the same page tonight. How do you lay 3.5 to Texas Tech?
Go ahead, Spoon. I'd lay 6 just for the record, but go ahead, Spoon.
So when you're laying 6, do you have a completely healthy Illinois team?
Yeah, they're healthy. Dude, they're healthy. Don't fall for the Underwood Deeks with these guys not playing and stuff. You're going to get everybody tomorrow. I promise you that.
So you're saying it's a Deke?
He just is known to sit guys and for no reason and get them healthy. I would assume you're going to have everybody in the lineup tomorrow.
So their best big man, Tomislav, I can't pronounce the last name, is out. They have 2 guys. I believe they're brothers. Not as good brother that started the last game is going to be the one that's starting. The more talented one will not be dressing or playing, is the last thing I read. And they've been dealing with some injuries, but they've been practicing. So I do expect just about everybody else to be in there. But I think missing your best big man when you go to play Texas Tech is going to be a real issue, because you have Toppin on the other side. JT Toppin is one of the best collegiate basketball players in the country right now, and I think when you pair him with Christian Anderson, the level of defense this Texas Tech team plays, I think it's going to be really hard to open it up on him. Illinois is going to have to rely extensively on a 3-ball to try to get this game open, and I just don't think that's something you can rely on against a Texas Tech team that just plays some of the best defense in the country year in and year out. The only thing Illinois has going for them here is they have a home game, but outside of that, I don't see a lot. I think Texas Tech has the better roster, returning a lot of talent, bringing in some new guys. Jalen Petty, one of the best freshmen in the country. I just think this is a really good Texas Tech team. We're getting a great number with them. I got 4 -110.
Yeah, Texas Tech football program, just electricity going through that whole athletic department. outright.
Illinois is -3.5. Yes, JT Toppin is very, very good, and Christian Anderson's pretty good too. Even if Tom Izzy, as I like to call him, is out, because I can't pronounce those guys' name. This is like the Eastern Bloc for Illinois. Just every single person, Scandinavian, some type of weird Eastern European name that I can't pronounce. But they also have another thing in common. They're absolutely ginormous. They are the biggest team in the country. I think they're the biggest team in the country. If not, they're 2. And Texas Tech is small. I mean, JT Toppin's 6'9", but I mean, even if you take the big man out, I mean, Killian Boswell's 6'2", but everybody else is 6'6", 6'9", 6'7", 7'2". I mean, I just don't feel like the Texas Tech in a game that I feel like is going to be slowed down is going to be able to really do much and get a lot of rebounds against this Illinois team. And on top of the fact is that they can't shoot free throws to save their life. Everybody on Illinois can shoot free throws here. I think that Illinois is a much, much better team, even if you take out Tommy. I mean, Boswell has been playing absolutely fantastic. Tommy's brother has been absolutely fantastic on the defensive end. Personally, I felt like this number should have stayed around 5.5 or 6 when it originally came out. So obviously this number's been bought down, I think, from like 7.5 or something like this. I don't understand that. I understand a little bit, but not to this. I haven't bet Illinois yet. I'm waiting to see if I can get under 3 and let everybody keep on betting up Texas Tech. But I think that Toppin might get bottled up tomorrow with Illinois size personally.
No, I'm going to bet this. I'm taking Texas Tech. Napolitano is in the comments. He said, Illinois is tough at home, but I agree with Spoon. Texas Tech is the better team. So
I think the path to victory for Texas Tech tomorrow is just getting that big man in foul trouble. He's not as talented, just not as graceful, like the body movement. Toppin's very athletic. He's going to be hard to keep up with. You get the ball, work it inside. Now you're on your third string big man trying to
who's also
the best in the country. I think there's a lot of paths to victory here, but I really like Texas Tech tomorrow. I think it's my favorite play.
Toast, it doesn't matter if he's 8 feet tall. If he's on the bench with 3 fouls, it doesn't matter.
I'm talking about his backup.
Yeah,
too.
Get him in foul trouble too. I'm with Spoon.
There's a lot of fouls. If they all have 5, they all get fouled out, then yes, I'm in big trouble. Correct.
Yeah, I agree with the comments. Toast is wrong. Texas Tech.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it a thing? Wasn't it a thing last year? Bet Penny Hardaway as a dog. Was that a thing?
Or you goddamn right. I freaking love Memphis tomorrow, guys. I know that there is a huge, and I do mean huge, coaching mismatch here. Mismatch, with Hardaway and Beard. But Beard as a multiple possession favorite and Penny Hardaway as a dog cancel each other out for me personally. I'm not high on this Mississippi team right now. I know that they have some pretty decent players in Dia and Store, and they've looked really good their first couple games against nobodies. I get all that. But I don't feel like they should be 3 full possessions better. I mean, Memphis is one of the more experienced teams in the country. I know that Doug McDaniel from his time at Michigan and Kansas State has kind of like a negative thing around him right now, but he looked really good against San Francisco. Sincere Parker is, I think, one of the most underrated players in the country right now. I just feel like Memphis matches up with this team a lot better than people give them credit for. I think they can rebound with them. Memphis also shoots the 3-ball really well. So even if that no-middle defense seems to take form early in the season, I think Memphis can shoot over the top of it. I really like Memphis tomorrow. I don't understand why this number keeps on going up a little bit, but I played Memphis at 9.5, and if it gets to 10.5, I'm probably going to play it at that point too. So I think this number should be 6 or 7 at max.
Spoon, do you agree with that?
I think the number is a little bit big. I don't think we should be looking at double digits with this Memphis roster versus very many teams at all, and definitely not this Ole Miss team here. A little bit of a travel spot, not the greatest for them, but I just think Memphis has the talent to step up. Interested to see how Doug McDaniels handles his final year of college basketball. Just a player that came in young with so much talent and then kind of fizzled out there, had academic issues, couldn't play, and now new team, new start. It's going to be a fun season for Memphis. I think this game's close.
And you could say the same thing about Creighton. Creighton Gonzaga. What a lucky cover by the Zags last time out.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Definitely had the whistle on their side.
They do. They did.
This is a one possession game.
No. This is like, go ahead and alt line the Zags at 15 plus. Zags
What?
by 1 million. Yeah, dude. Creighton sucks. Creighton sucks, and they're traveling across the country. I don't think they really looked good against South Dakota personally. And now you're going to see one of the more experienced teams in the country, one of the bigger teams in the country. And Gonzaga defensively has been an absolute juggernaut this year. I didn't think I was going to see it like this, but when you have Tyrone Grant Foster, EK, MS squared, and Venters and Worley on the floor, nobody's scoring. Like they are just absolutely fantastic all across the board. I just don't think Creighton is athletic enough to play with Gonzaga in this point. I think that Gonzaga, if you had them, if you're going to get them, you're going to get them in the arena or get them on the road. But I don't think Creighton coming across the country is going to be able to knock off Gonzaga. I got Gonzaga at 9.5. I think it's at 10.5 now. It's going to continue to go up. I wouldn't worry about the Gonzaga free throw shooting. I think that can only continue to get better. I think the arena had something to do with that. But regardless, I truly believe Gonzaga should win this game by 15 plus.
No, this is a different brand of basketball.
And keep in mind, I picked Oklahoma last game. I'm not just like a Gonzaga homer this year, but I don't think Creighton matches up well.
Well, the thing is, Creighton plays East Coast basketball, even though they themselves are not on the East.
How did Xavier look today against those Santa Clara boys? Was it ever even a game?
It's a rebuilding year for the Musketeers. But yeah, this is an East Coast basketball team. They're more physical, and Gonzaga can play that sort of brand of basketball and get away with it on the West Coast. But this team's too physical for Gonzaga. Right, Spoon?
Don't do it, Spoon.
I'm not going to have action in this game. I could see it going both ways. To be real honest with you, I think just the east to west travel is really hard on some of these college kids. I really agree with Tosa's sentiment on Creighton that this is a really down year for the team. You're going to see them, a team that's been in the top 3 or 4 teams in the Big East now for the past 4 or 5 years, in the bottom 4 or 5 probably by the end of the season. And Gonzaga's got great talent, Sweet 16 capable team again, as always. This building's really tough to play in. Add in the travel for an East Coast team. I think it's a bad spot for Creighton. Not trying to bet against them, though. Offensively, I think they can put up some points, find a way to backdoor cover. I don't see a huge edge around this point total.
Let's move on.
When you bet Creighton, you want to have them have the size advantage. They have nothing inside with EK and Huff, and especially with Grant Foster, too. Like, they don't have it.
UNLV by blowout.
Yep.
I can't believe you're going to do that to Kenny.
You can't bet against the Grizz.
Yeah, Kenny's about to come roaring into the comments.
Kenny, the Grizz is off his chain. He's sending me Montana press clippings. I don't know if you missed it or not, but did you see the press conference today? Yes, Kenny, I missed it.
I missed it also. Yeah, so Montana Grizzlies, are they on the road or is this neutral?
They're on the road.
Yeah, UNLV by margin.
Yeah, I just think that UNLV is still a little bit underrated. I know they made me look really stupid against the first night against Tennessee Martin, but they bounced back against a good Chattanooga team. And you can, before you say, oh, well, that was a scheduling spot, Chattanooga was on a back-to-back and yada, yada, yada. Well, Montana's not in a great spot either. They played 2 games at home, then they flew to Stanford, and now they're going to be coming up to UNLV. Not that it's like some crazy across the country travel and whatnot, but I just feel like this is a spot where UNLV continues to show everybody how good they are. I don't see who's going to be stopping Hamilton and Gibbs Thorne and all these guys. So I think that I think we're actually getting a short number because Montana has been so good the last couple of years. And there's a lot of respect there for DeCutra or however you say his last name. But I'm just not seeing it this year. I think they're criminally bad this year. I don't even think they're probably top 3 teams in their own conference. This could be a dog walk.
When's how soon until Kenny sends you a DM about your comments right here? Within the hour. He's not going to be pleased.
I'm sure.
He's not going to be pleased with your thoughts on Montana.
Yo, Kenny, I'm sorry, but I mean, if we're being honest, I mean, I think Idaho might be even better than Montana.
Wow.
That doesn't even put them in the top
Idaho.
4.
That
doesn't even put them in the top 4.
That's really he calls him Idaho.
I know. Idaho went on the road and beat Washington State, a Washington State team that just beat St. Thomas by 20 tonight. Idaho's good.
Yeah, wow.
Better than Montana.
It's a
Hey, you guys are crazy. Montana is winning this division. Big Sky going back to back. Money Williams, 6'4".
Yo.
Are they winning this game?
You can't just disrespect the Grizzlies like that.
Yes, I can't. When I have teams like Portland State in my back pocket, all right.
All right. So Spoon going with the Grizzlies. There you go, Kenny. You're probably going to get a follow on Twitter and then DMs with press clippings. Oh, whoops. We have one more game left. Ohio St. Mary's. I don't know much about Ohio, but St. Mary's is a wagon.
Yeah, just play the over. That's what I did.
In a St. Mary's game?
Yeah.
They're a defensive team, Toast.
I know, but they can shoot the lights out right now. Hold on, let me get my notes up. They can absolutely shoot the lights out. They're one of the best teams, 3-point shooting teams in the country right now. Yes, they play at their own pace, but I don't think that Ohio has anybody that can really stop this team offensively. I think that St. Mary's is going to have their way with these guys. St. Mary's, I mean, gigantic compared to these guys. I also think that Ohio might be able to score some buckets in the second half because they're actually pretty good down low with their big guys with Simmons and Breath and stuff like that. So I don't think that Ohio is going to get shut out, but because they don't rely a whole bunch on the 3-ball, and that's where St. Mary's can really suffocate teams. But St. Mary's has also had a little bit of turnover issues as well. So I don't think that Ohio is just going to not put points up. So I think this closer is really good. I think I got 144.5. I just think that St. Mary's offensively right now is a little bit underrated, and we're kind of starting seeing that come to fruition.
Spoon, any thoughts on this one? You didn't check this game or anything.
I didn't check this game. I think it's wild to take a over in a St. Mary's game. Just the pace that Miller plays basketball at. It's just one of the slowest in the country. It's consistently like bottom 350. So you're going to rely on a lot of baskets going in. I don't think Ohio can play with St. Mary's. This building, I think St. Mary's blows them out. I think the number's pretty spot on.
Agreed.
It's going to be like 91-58.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I have a video up where I talk about the 2 Tuesday night Maction games if you guys want to go check it out. Yeah, that's it. Everyone go enjoy your night. See you all tomorrow. Yeah, later.
Good luck tomorrow, guys.
Yep.
Nice work in NFL this